Transfer action heats up. Messi returns to Barcelona. Ings signs out of nowhere. Silva on Atletico's radar, and a transfer roundup all coming up in the next few minutes. As I'm your host, Matt Froelich, you are the One Footballers, and this is the Daily News. So first up, and there's loads and loads of transfers going on, but the main sagas are the ones that you want to hear about, and whilst I can't just say the same thing every single day, I'm going to have to give you a little bit of an update about what's going on. So first off, Romelu Lukaku to Chelsea. It looks like this one's actually going to happen. Apparently the club are putting together a bid which has to be accepted of around £128 million. It doesn't have to, but it looks like it almost definitely will, risking the wrath of Inter Milan fans. Apparently the club sat down with quite a few groups of fans earlier in the summer and said that Hakimi will be the only major player to leave the club. So here we are with £128 million on the table, which is probably even more in euros. It looks like they're going to be making another major sale. Now, the replacement for Romelu Lukaku is going to be Duvan Zapata from Atalanta. And this all just works together in one big fantastic transfer circle. So Chelsea signed Lukaku, which then means that Tammy Abraham is going to go to Atalanta as the replacement for Duvan Zapata, who is the replacement for Lukaku at Inter Milan. I love it when a plan comes together. Anyway, that one could be done by the end of the week, but one that could be done today is Jack Grealish moving to Manchester City. £100 million is an extortionate amount of money, and he will be the most expensive British footballer ever. He's heading up to Manchester today for his medical. We could see this done by the end of the day. And the latest with another Manchester City target in Harry Kane is that he's still on holiday. Apparently he's in Florida somewhere having a nice holiday with his family and doesn't plan to return to the club until the end of the week, where he has not spoken to the chairman, anyone from the club, or even the new manager Nuno Espirito Santo. Moving on from this, and one player who is returning to his club is Lionel Messi. Now, I mentioned earlier in the week he wouldn't be returning from holiday just yet, because nothing can be finalised, but now he's returned from a big family holiday in Ibiza. He's heading straight back to the club, and it looks as though the deal that he agreed upon a few weeks ago of a 5-year contract will be signed, sealed and delivered. This 5 years includes 2 years still playing at Barcelona and then 3 years representing the club over in the MLS. I'm guessing it's going to be one of a few teams that could afford what will still be by then an extraordinary weekly wage for Lionel Messi. Anyway, he'll be back training with the squad this week and will probably line up against Juventus in the Johan Gamper Trophy at the weekend. And of course, the Liga starts next weekend as well. After all of this talk all summer, not only is this great news for Barcelona fans, did we really think that Messi would be elsewhere? I know we've heard it in the last few transfer windows. Manchester City, he wanted to leave last summer, PSG, all these other rumours. You just can't see him anywhere else but in a Barcelona shirt. Certainly not at the peak of his powers. And he'll be back in that questionable Barcelona home shirt, I'm sure within the next few days. Moving on though, and to Aston Villa, who pulled the signing of Danny Ings out of absolutely nowhere and ruined my video yesterday. For those of you who haven't seen it, check it out here. This is 5 potential replacements for Harry Kane at Tottenham. Number 1 being Danny Ings. We released this video and an hour later, Aston Villa tweeted, oh, by the way, we've signed Ings, and they have done. A 3-year deal for around £25 million since the former Saints player moved to Villa Park in what has been a fantastic summer for Aston Villa. With all the signings they made, even though it looks like they're losing Grealish, they're still getting £100 million for him, a ridiculous amount of money. With all the signings they made, I don't see why Aston Villa can't press to the top 6. Like, Europa League has got to be realistic. They've got to look at what the likes of West Ham did last season and even Leicester in the last few seasons and definitely think it's possible. They've added real quality in so many different areas of the pitch and it doesn't even look like they're done yet. We could see a few more players, including Danny Ings' now former teammate James Ward-Prowse, who apparently the Midlands club are going back in for. Dean Smith is having an absolute whale of a time. Moving on though, and to Bernardo Silva, who apparently is drawing some interest from Atletico Madrid because he can leave Manchester City. Obviously, I mentioned earlier that Jack Grealish is close to signing, and with him playing an attacking midfield role, it means that Bernardo Silva is not necessarily down the pecking order because he's worse than Jack Grealish. I happen to think he's better than Jack Grealish, but it just means that there's more competition for starting places. We know that Pep Guardiola loves to tinker with his tactics, and at the drop of the hat, Bernardo Silva can find himself out of the team or out of the system altogether. Apparently, they've had a heart-to-heart, and he knows that the Portuguese player wants a new challenge, so he could be leaving. Now, I can't think of a better suited manager, team and player than Bernardo Silva and Atletico Madrid and Diego Simeone. Like, the hard work combined with the industry and the skill and the ability going forward that every single player at Atletico Madrid has to have. And then Bernardo Silva, he fits the bill perfectly. If this still happens, and at the moment it's only a rumour, I think it'll be such a good signing for them. And yeah, imagine the link-up play with like João Felix and Luis Suarez. This Atletico Madrid team could go from strength to strength. Who knows? maybe even regain the La Liga title and make more of a dent in the Champions League. Finally then, we come to a quick roundup of the rest of the day's transfer news. And talking about Atletico Madrid, apparently Saul's agents are in Manchester today to discuss a potential transfer to Manchester United. That one's rumbled on for a while. Not quite sure what's going to happen there. Elsewhere, in Bayern midfielder Joshua Kimmich is very, very close to signing a new 5-year deal with the German champions. Alisson Becker has signed a new deal with Liverpool until 2027. Which is unbelievable. And Wesley Fofana has confirmed that he broke his leg yesterday in a pre-season friendly between Leicester and Villarreal, in which was a pretty horrible challenge for just a friendly game. So that's all from me then. Check out everything else we got going on, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.